continue for our chapter. Where's Rishi? Where's Rishi, Jasmine? Alright, okay. So let's proceed first, okay? So look at last week we discussed until the classification of cost, right? Okay, you have already know what is costing, what is the cost unit, okay, what is the example of the cost unit, okay, what is cost center, what is the example of cost center. But let's look at the simple notes that I've given to you in the WhatsApp. Okay, there is also some of elements or topic that already you covered, but then in the simple, okay, the notes here is the simplest one, okay, if compared to our notes last week, okay. So look here, what is the definition of the cost accounting itself, okay. The definition, the application of accounting and costing principles, method and technique in the ascertainment of costs and analysis of savings, as compared with the previous experience or with standards. Okay. So for chapter cost accounting, it will be included in the final exam question, my dear. So please make sure that you uh, ingatlah benda ni, okay, untuk cost accounting akan masuk dalam soalan final exam. Okay, tolong noted-kan. Okay, cost accounting akan masuk dalam chapter dalam soalan final exam. Okay, dia kata costing is concern of cost determination. Okay, how to calculate the cost. Okay, for example, finding cost is the central activity in cost accounting. Okay, what is the objective of the cost accounting? To determine costs, to plan and control, and to make decisions. Okay, so to determine cost, determine the classification of cost. Okay, before we calculate the cost, we must determine which the cost is classified to what. Okay, so mesti kita kena tahu dulu lah kita nak kira cost. Kita mesti determine the classification of cost, the amount of cost needed, and or inventory valuation. Okay, and then we must plan and control. Plan for the long term or short term plan relating to the budgeting. Okay, for example, performance report, evaluate performance against the plan. Okay, that is plan and control. But for decision making, okay, we want to make a decision on product pricing. Okay, how much the cost of that product? How much? How much the price should be? Berapa harga selling price yang kita kena letak untuk produk tersebut. Itulah decision yang kita nak kena buat. Product pricing, for example, and then make or buy. Okay, which one we must buy? Whether the cost, the lowest cost product or the highest cost product. Okay, or profitability analysis. Product need. Okay, this is the example of decision that we make. Okay, in order that regarding to the costing itself. Okay. So you must also understand what is the differences, right, between cost accounting, or other words for cost accounting is management accounting, okay, and the management accounting with financial accounting, okay. We already done on SOPL and SOFP, right? Okay, that is financial accounting, okay, but for cost accounting, that is related to the cost. Okay, how to determine the cost. Okay, so there have 6 types of differences between cost accounting and also financial accounting. The first thing is in terms of their user orientation different, right? Secondly is information type frame also different. Okay, so from reporting requirement also different. Okay, reported frequency, degree of precision, and the reported accounting entity also different between CA cost accounting or management accounting with financial accounting. So this is the you can look at the table below and table here. Okay, what is the basis of difference? Okay, if the question asks you what is the difference between CAMA and also FA, so you must put all these things. Okay, okay, the basis of the difference you must state. What is the basis of the difference? Please state what is it. After that, then you elaborate for CA and also FA. Okay, for user orientation, who use that? Cost accounting caters the need of internal user. Okay, the internal users that use information of cost accounting. Okay, can you remember who is internal user? Who is external user? Siapa ingat? Who is internal user? Give me the example of internal user. Can someone please? Ingat tak apa siapa tu internal user dan external? Yes. Managers, employees, who else? The person that actually work under the same organization, that is internal user. Okay, they use the information of cost accounting itself. Okay, mak tak nampak you all sekejap Alright. Okay, so next for financial accounting usually, okay, financial accounting usually the information of financial accounting is used by, okay, caters the need of external user. For example, government, okay, what else? Potential investor. Okay, that is external user. Okay. Secondly, the basis difference of information time frame. Okay, information time frame means that the period, the time period that is usually used by cost accounting is current and futuristic. Current, okay, semasa. Okay, dia gunakan information yang semasa dan futuristic tu maknanya sekarang ni dia plankan sesuatu strategi untuk masa depan. That is information used in cost accounting. But for financial accounting, they use that the information that already passed or past oriented or historical. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, for example, financial accounting information is statement of profit and loss. Okay, and also statement of financial position. There, in that financial statement, okay, contain all the data. For example, the value, okay, value of asset, how much is your liability, okay. That information is already past information, okay. Dia punya informasi yang ada adalah value-value yang sebelum ini, yang dah lepas. Barulah, sebab apa kita akan bermula pada, okay, dia punya time frame dia start daripada awal tahun hingga akhir tahun. Akhir tahun baru kita akan sediakan financial statement. Okay, kita akan sediakan financial statement at the end of the accounting period. So, information yang ada dekat dalam SOPL and SOFP tu, how much is your machinery cost, okay, how much is your sales, okay, how much that you get for your net profit, that is all past information. Okay, yang awal bulan punya, awal tahun punya information. So that's why financial accounting is past oriented or historical. Can you understand what I mean, class? Can you understand? Yes or no? Alright, very good. Okay, next for the basis of reporting requirement. Okay. For cost accounting, reporting requirement that is flexible and depends to the management itself. Okay, the top management itself. If the top management asks their subordinates to submit the report of cost accounting, kena ikutlah. Bila masa waktu bila yang kena submit report dia. Okay, that is flexible lah, ikut kepada management in that organization. Okay, so it is reporting requirement. But for financial accounting, dia ada structured reporting rules. Sebagai contoh, dia ada structured format untuk buat SOPL. Financial statement dalam financial accounting kena ada format. So tak? I've already taught you how to do SOPL and SOFP using the standard or using the format. Okay? So dia ada approved accounting standards. Okay? Yang semua kena sama je. Every organization, business organization kena follow reporting standard yang sama. Okay? So financial accounting ni memang special. Semua dia ada standard dia yang kita kena follow. But for if cost accounting actually based on their organization itself. Okay? Dia dalam business dia sendiri, suka hati dia lah dia nak buat macam mana reporting dia. Okay, dia flexible based on the top management. But for financial accounting must follow the standard. Okay, berapa follow the standard yang telah ditetapkan lah. Okay, seluruh dunia. Okay, sama dia punya standard dia. Kena ikut. Right? Next is reported frequency. Sama ada dia selalu report ke tidak. Kalau cost accounting, report is done as required. No specific period. Samalah. Sebabkan requirement dia pun flexible. Sukatilah macam mana top management tu nak buat. Report yang macam mana. Same goes to reported frequency dia lah. Okay. Bila yang top management dia yang nak. Okay, bila waktu report tu diperlukan, dia tak ada specific period. Okay, but for financial accounting, report is done in a stated period. So kita kena ingat balik konsep accounting, financial accounting konsep yang kita belajar, period, time period tu. Okay, accounting period dia berapa, yearly kebiasaannya ataupun quarterly. Okay, so report dia ni SOPL lah and SOFP yang kita akan reportkan every yearly ke based on the business lah, based on the company, based on the organization, whether they choose to report yearly or quarterly or half quarterly, tak kisah, ikut dia. Tapi kena ada stated period yang sama every year. Okay, kalau under cost accounting ni, management tak kisah, tak kira lah esok ke dia nak ataupun seminggu sekali ke, based on their management itself. Okay, but then for financial accounting kena follow sama ada yearly, quarterly, lagi apa? Half yearly, ikut kepada management juga, tetapi dia ada time period dia tertentu. Dia tidak boleh setiap minggu ke, tak boleh. Biasanya dia akan paling-paling pun setiap every quarterly ni 3 bulan sekali dia. At least kena 3 bulan sekali paling minimum. Okay. Kalau cost accounting ni dia tak kisah. Kalau nak buat hari-hari pun boleh buat report. Okay. Tapi kalau financial accounting based on yearly, quarterly ataupun half yearly. Okay. So, itu pada reported frequency. Next is degree of precision. Okay, kalau degree of precision ni ketepatan dia less precise lah. Okay, sebab dia apa? More subjective. Cost accounting ni reporting dia lebih subjective. Okay. Okay, but for financial accounting, very precise, objective in principle. Okay, financial accounting ni dia ada principle dia. Contohnya, accrual concept, accrual principle, what else? Monetary principle, itu sangat objektif, sangat kena follow betul-betul. Kalau tak follow, maknanya dia tak boleh nak buat report financial accounting, financial statement, okay? So that's why financial accounting is very precise. But for cost accounting is not precise, okay? Less precise and more subjective, okay? What else? Reported accounting entity, okay? Okay, kalau untuk cost accounting, report on segment of business. Okay, on segment. Okay, maksudnya dalam satu business dia ada banyak department. Each of department tu dia buat cost accounting lah. Okay, kalau financial accounting ni dia lebih kepada business as a whole. Okay, satu report saja. Okay, kalau cost accounting, kalau ada banyak department, each department dia ada cost accounting punya report lah. Okay. Kalau financial accounting dia hanya satu report for one business. Okay. One business, one report of financial accounting. Okay. One business, one report. Yang dia akan, sebabnya financial statement tu dah cover untuk the whole business lah. The whole business, the whole asset of the business. Contoh, the whole liability for that business lah. Okay, bukan sahaja liability untuk satu department. Contoh department apa yang ada? Financial. Tidak. Dia adalah report untuk keseluruhan bisnes tersebut. Okay, dia berbeza dengan cost accounting. Cost accounting, dia ada banyak-banyak report, dia ada banyak report based on the segment of the business itself. Kalau dia ada sales department, how many cost accounting incurred in that department. Sebab dia ada banyak lah untuk satu business. But then for financial accounting, there is always one report yang dia akan mewakili untuk business as a whole. Okay, can you understand or not? The difference between CA and MA, CA and FA? Alright. Okay, siapa ada yang tak faham? Siapa yang tak faham boleh tanya. Syaidah okey ke? Alright. Okay. So dia ada apa lagi tengok the notes below. There is also the similarity. Similarity means that in terms of record keeping, okay, for cost accounting and also financial accounting, there is always record keeping. Maksudnya dua-dua tu mesti kena record lah. Apa benda information yang berkaitan mesti kena simpan record tersebut. Okay, what else? Performance evaluation. Okay, maksudnya performance evaluation ni sama ada financial accounting ke cost accounting ke kena identify. Okay, what is your performance and evaluate whether your target or your plan is achieved or not. Itu performance evaluation. Yang ketiga, melibatkan decision. Okay, dua-dua ni cost accounting dan juga financial accounting. Okay, dia melibatkan decision making. principles of stewardship and also accounting system. Cost accounting tu dia ada sistem dia sendiri, okay? Okay, similarities ni tak terlalu important, okay, untuk you tengok. Tapi the difference tu memang penting lah akan masuk check. Soalan tu akan masuk dalam final exam, okay? So, let's move to element of cost, okay? Actually, the cost itself, okay, we have element material, second element labor, the third is element expenses, okay? Okay, so for material, we also have direct costs and also indirect, okay? Each of the element have direct costs and indirect costs, okay? So, if we total up the direct material cost with direct labor cost, and also direct expenses cost, we will get prime cost. Okay, but for indirect, material indirect, labor indirect, if we total up expenses indirect, all indirect elements, okay, we will get overhead. Okay, their name is overhead. Okay, you must remember that. Okay, the direct we call it as prime cost, but for overhead is indirect. Okay, so what is material cost? Material as the cost of commodities other than fixed asset introduced into products or consumed in the operation of an organization. For example, cost of flour in making bread. Okay, cost of flour is a material cost. Okay, material means that commodities ataupun apa tu barang mentah. Okay, barang mentah yang kita kena keluarkan duit untuk beli in order for you to produce some product. Okay, itu adalah material. Okay, the source of information, material requisition form. Okay, where that you will get the value of the material is set in the material requisition form, bin card, and invoice book. That is the source of document. Okay, let's look at the labor cost. Okay, labor. What is labor cost? Okay, labor cost is the cost of employees' remuneration as efforts and skills are involved directly and indirectly in the operation of the business. Okay, labor cost ni maknanya cost siapa kerja yang menghasilkan directly yang menghasilkan produk. For example, wages paid to carpenter in making furniture. 2%. Biasanya labor is the person. Okay, for example, wages of carpenter, wages of chef. Okay, chef dia yang buat produk. Produk apa? Contoh bread ataupun cake. Okay, that is labor. Next, dia punya source of information. Okay, where did you will get the value of wages paid to carpenter? Of course, in their pay slip, alright, or remuneration slip, or payment voucher for salary. Okay, that is the source document or source information. Next is expenses. Okay, what is expenses? All other costs besides material and labor, for example, rent, electricity. Okay, without electricity, our machine to produce bread cannot work, cannot function, right? So that is important of the expenses such as electricity, water, and rent. Okay, that is called expenses. Okay, where did you will get the value for electricity? Of course, in the electricity bill. Okay, rental cost or rental agreement. So, can you understand the element of cost? We have material, labor, and expenses. Is that simple, right? Alright, so let's look at the cost classification. Okay? Here is the cost classification. Okay, I will refer to both of our slides today. Okay. Okay. Uh, in simple diagram, look at the cost classification here. Okay, we have 5 types of cost classification. Okay, the cost itself we can classify into 5 types. Okay, the first type is based on the nature. Okay, whether the cost is direct or indirect. Okay, in nature, whether the cost is direct or indirect. Okay, material can be direct and also there is also material indirect. Okay, what is direct and indirect? Okay, direct means that, is there any direct here? Don't have. Okay, direct means that without, okay, for example, direct material, okay, without flour, we cannot produce bread. So that's flour is our direct material. Okay, untuk kita menghasilkan sesuatu produk, okay, material tersebut dia penting, kena ada. Okay, contoh produk dia bread. Okay, so what is the material to produce bread yang penting? Kalau tak ada, tak boleh jadi bread, iaitu flour. Okay, okay, what else direct material? Okay, direct material to produce clothes. Kena ada apa? Clothes. Dia biasanya satu saja. Direct cost material dia biasanya satu saja item je. Okay, sebagai contoh tadi ni kan tepung untuk buat roti. Kalau baju apa material dia? Direct material dia. Yang kalau tak ada material tersebut, we cannot produce clothes. Apa dia? Class. Kalau based on the nature, that what else? What is it? Fabric. Very good. Okay. Fabric. Okay. Or cotton. Okay. That is direct material. Okay. Without fabric or cotton, we cannot produce clothes. Okay. How about indirect? The material also we'll use in the production, but then we can replace that material into other material. For example, if we want to produce bread, what is the indirect material for produce bread? Such as butter. Okay, boleh je kita buat roti tanpa butter kan? What else? What else? Oil. Apa lagi yang kita letak dekat dalam roti kita? Raisins. Okay. Raisins kita boleh ganti. Kalau tak ada raisin, kita boleh ganti peanut ke. Okay. So it is indirect. Okay. Indirect material that we can replace it with other materials. Okay. That is indirect. Okay. If we thought about the classification of the first thing, that is nature. Okay. For the second classification is behavior. Okay. We look at their behavior of the cost. We can classify that cost based on their behavior. Okay. Whether the cost is fixed, variable, semi-variable or step. Okay, look at this. Okay, based on the cost behavior. What is it? Cost behavior referring to the way, alright, in which costs of output are affected by fluctuations in the level of activity. Okay, kita nak tengok sama ada kos tersebut dia akan berubah ataupun tidak berdasarkan kepada level of activity. Okay, itu cost behavior. Okay, level of activity can be measured in many different ways. Alright. It is essential for many management tasks, particularly in the areas of planning, decision making, control. It will be impossible for managers to forecast and control costs without at least a basic knowledge of the way in which costs behave. Cost pun boleh behave, bukan manusia je ada behavior. Cost tersebut pun akan ada behavior dia tersendiri. Okay, related to the level of activity, there have 4 types of behavior. Tengok dia ada 4 behavior cost ni. Yang pertama, ni tadi yang direct and indirect tu. Okay, dia kata okay, based on the nature of the cost, okay, the cost can be further classified into nature either direct or indirect. Okay, direct is the prime cost, but indirect cost we also call it as overhead. Okay, overhead. Okay, direct costs that can be directly identified to a particular cost unit. Okay, such as particular product or job. Cost of wood used in the production of furniture. Total direct costs are known as prime costs. Indirect costs that cannot be directly identified with the product. For example, rental of machine used in the production of furniture. Okay, kalau total indirect semua sekali kita akan sebut sebagai overhead cost. Right? Okay, let's look at the cost behavior. We classify the costs according to how they vary with the level of activity. Okay, that is known as cost behavior. Okay, the way kita nak tengok behavior dia, the way that the cost change. Okay, as the volume of activity increase or decrease. Okay, kalau value activity tu bertambah, adakah cost tersebut dia bertambah juga? Itu maksud. Okay, the first types of cost behavior, kita ada fixed cost. Fixed tu maksudnya apa? Tetap. Okay, so fixed. Yang ni pun akan masuk dalam final exam. So noted ya kelas. Fixed fixed cost that do not vary. Do not. Okay, tengok do not vary. Do not. Okay, do not vary with the level of activity, but remain the same regardless of how much work is done. For example, factory rent, insurance, depreciation. Okay, okay, you have your own manufacturing company. Okay, producing iPhone. Producing iPhone. Okay, so you have your own building. Okay, your own building. Okay, you must pay rent. Okay, every month you must pay 10,000 ringgit of rent. Okay, rent. Okay, so you produce how much iPhone? For example, in a month you produce 5,000 iPhone. Okay. But then, okay, you must pay rent only 10,000. Fixed every month. Fixed every month. Okay, regardless how many iPhone, how many products that your manufacturing company produce, okay, factory rental every month will be fixed. Okay, so that is meant by fixed cost. Okay, regardless how many level of activity or how many produce that your company or your business or manufacturing company produce, okay, your rental is always fixed every month. Okay, same goes to insurance and depreciation. So you must understand. Okay. Ini salah sikit ni. Okay, you kena buat macam ni. Okay. Okay, graph. Okay. The fixed cost, based on their behavior, we can show it in the graph. Okay. Okay, the first graph is for cost. The first graph lah. The y-axis is is for cost. Okay. For x-axis, apa ni nama dia? X-axis ni is for production. Okay. Okay, even though your production is the same, but your cost will remain constant. Constant. So that's why your graph will be flat only. Okay. Okay, walaupun production bertambah, cost kamu tu mesti tetap saja. Jadi akan jadi macam ni. Ini silap sikit Okay, macam ni tau. Plus. So this is the your fixed cost. Okay. Walaupun production kamu bertambah, cost untuk rental dia tetap saja, tidak akan bertambah. Okay, tengok dekat y-axis ni cost, x-axis ni adalah production. Okay, can you understand what is fixed cost, my dear? Boleh? Faham Syaidah? Faham Alright. So that is for fixed. Okay, behavior for fixed. So second is behavior for variable. Variable means that the cost vary with the level of activity. It means that if your production is increased, your cost is also increased. That is called variable or vary. Okay, vary with the level of activity. Costs that change in total in direct proportion to the level of activity. Direct proportion means that if your cost at the production increase, the cost will increase. For example, consumable direct material flour in making bread. Okay, so the real graph is look like this. Okay, dia bermula start from the zero. Then straight saya punya gegar. Okay, so this is your variable cost. Okay, nampak dia start from zero. Okay, kalau dah bertambah sedikit, contoh production 100, titik dekat sini. So kalau dia production dekat 100, cost dia pula bertambah daripada zero jadi 200 contoh. Okay, itulah maksud dia vary. Maksudnya kalau production bertambah, kita punya cost pun akan bertambah. Okay, sangat variable lah, vary with the level of activity. For example, kalau you nak buat iPhone tadi kan, apa direct material dia? Contoh you nak kena ada steel. Okay, kalau production bertambah, okay, cost of steel pun bertambah. Okay, itulah maksud dia variable. Can you understand variable cost, my dear? Alright, very good. Okay, let's look at the third behavior, that is semi-variable. Okay. Semi-variable, dia ada dua. Okay, ni x-axis dan y-axis kan. Okay, yang pertama dia ada variable cost punya garisan. Yang kedua dia ada fixed cost punya garisan. Okay, semi-variable ni dia akan combine. Okay, ni jangan ni salah. Dia kena tegak sampai sini tu. Dia bentuk L, lepas tu dia ada satu yang constant cost kat sini iaitu fixed cost, and then satu lagi variable cost. Okay, akan jadi bentuk macam. Okay, kalau you tengok fixed cost dia straight je. Fixed cost dia straight sahaja. Okay, variable pula dia ke atas, menaik. Okay, start daripada zero dia menaik. Kalau semi variable dia ada dua, satu variable, satu lagi fixed. Dia dua. Okay, right? So semi variable cost which has both fixed. Dia ada dua, dia ada dua, both fixed and variable elements. Okay. They are partially fixed and partially variable. So can be referred to either as semi-variable cost or semi-fixed cost. For example, telephone cost, which consists of fixed rental rate and charges for calls made. Okay, call charges vary with number of calls made. Okay, so sebagai contoh, kalau you pakai line, dia ada fixed rental kan. Okay, kalau you ada buat lebihan call, dia akan ada charge tersendiri. Okay, itu maksud contoh kalau you nak explain about semi-variable. Okay, which have both fixed and variable element. Okay. Okay, dia jadi fixed ni disebabkan oleh fixed period rental. But for variable, the charges for the calls made is vary. Kalau banyak call lagi, dia akan tambah. Macam tu. Okay. Kalau dah terlebih dia punya, limit of time for the fixed period rental, dia akan charge lah. Contoh macam tu lah, charge. Kalau makin banyak you call, makin banyak lah cost telefon. Okay. Boleh tak semi-variable? Dia ada dua, iaitu fixed dan juga variable cost. Kalau fixed tu untuk every month lah. Biasanya dia akan minimum berapa? RM50. Sama juga macam you subscribe for internet, right? Okay, kalau you nak add on gig, you kena tambah duit lagi. Okay, vary with your gig yang you minta tu lah. Kalau 10 gig dah, tambah lagi berapa? RM3 contoh. Okay, itu variable. Kalau fixed tu every month kena top up RM50 sebagai contoh. Okay, itu maksud for semi-variable. Okay, di sana ada dua. Okay, the first is variable, dia macam meningkat, and then another one is fixed. Dia mendata saja. Are you understand, Nadia? For semi-variable? Is that clear? Alright. Okay, next we go to step number 4. Okay, also step Okay, step number 4 dah. Pening saya, okay. Behavior number 4 is the step cost. Step cost? What is it, step cost? Okay, let's see. Also called as step fixed cost. Costs that are constant for a range of activity levels. Okay, ada certain activity level dia constant. Ada certain activity level dia meningkat. Ada certain constant balik. Then naik, constant balik. Naik, constant balik. That's why we call it as the step cost. Okay, dia ada certain masa, dia fix. Lepas tu dia naik sikit. And then dia fix balik. Naik lagi, dia fix balik. Macam tu. Key feature of step cost is that there are fixed within a limited range of activity. Okay. Ada masa dia akan fix. Okay. Certain activity punya ni lah, limited range dia ada yang dia fix. But then go up a step. Tapi dia akan ada satu masa tu dia akan bertambah as a level activity rise beyond certain level. For example, supervisor salary. Okay. Supervisor salary ni kalau tengok apa tadi. Ada dia beritahu tak tentang supervisor salary. Contoh dia tau. Example of step. Tak tu yang dia punya. Mana dia punya graph? Itu saya tinggal. Okay. Dia punya graph macam ni. Kosong. Because yang ini activity ataupun production level. Okay. Dia start macam ni. Okay. Okay, mula dia constant at a certain level of activity. Okay, lepas tu dia naik sikit and then dia constant balik. Okay, certain sampai dekat level dia, certain limit of activity dia naik lah. And then dia constant balik. Lepas tu 300 production, dia naik balik, lepas tu dia constant. Okay, this is the step cost. Okay, contoh dia adalah supervisor salary. Okay, supervisor salary. Contohlah kalau lah supervisor tu kan dia pantau pekerja kan. Okay, dekat line production. Okay, kalau pekerja tu dia buat kerja lebih masa, supervisor pun kena buat lebih masa juga sebab nak pantau. Okay, at a certain level dia akan bertambahlah gaji pekerja tersebut. Okay, lepas tu dia fix balik. Lepas tu ada masa dia naik lagi. Macam tu lah, itu maksud dia step cost. Right, class? Kat sini ada tak dia cakap pasal step cost? Kat dalam slide lagi satu dia ada 3 sahaja, iaitu fixed, variable and semi variable. Okay, this kat sini pun ada contoh dia punya graph. Okay, kalau fix nampak dekat point yang 5,000 tu, every level, activity level, contoh 1,000, 2,000 ke 3,000, dia still constant saja. Okay, sama saja. Okay, ini adalah fixed cost. Okay. Okay, yang kedua, ni apa? Ni pun okay, kalau dekat sini dia kata step cost tu maybe dia semi fixed cost within the relevant range. It's possible to expand activity without needing extra permits. More fixed cost and therefore the rent cost remains constant. However, if activity is expanded to the critical point where further permits are needed, then the rent cost will increase to a new higher level. This is described as step fixed cost. Ni kat sini dia dah beritahu ni step fixed cost. Okay. Step fixed cost. Okay. Cost behavior as figures below. Okay. So dia contoh dia kat sini step fixed cost dia adalah cost apa tadi dia kata? Rent. Cost of rental. Okay. Dalam contoh dekat dalam slide lagi satu, dia kata supervisor salary. Kat sini dia kata rental cost. Kalaulah aktiviti tu di-expand, dia akan perlukan bangunan lain. Contoh. Okay, then the rent cost will increase to a new higher level. Itu maksud dia. Kalau ada certain fixed cost is straight je kan. Tetapi ada juga terjadi step cost. Bila mana dia certain range of level activity dia akan bertambah. Lepas tu dia fix balik. Kemudian dia bertambah, kemudian dia fix balik. Itu yang kita katakan sebagai step cost. Okay. Okay, panjang pula fixed cost betul kan. Sini. Okay, kalau variable cost, cost which varies with a measure of the activity. For example, direct labor, direct material. Okay, so kalau semakin banyak activity level kita nak producekan banyak produk, material pun akan lagi bertambah lah. Okay, sama. Nampak kat sini barisan dia cost, activity and then kat sini zero lah. Lepas tu dia akan menaik. Nampak? Straight. Bertambah. Okay, variable cost. Jadi, lepas tu semi variable dia ada dua. Contoh je. Fixed, ni fixed cost. Ni fixed cost. Okay, dia jangan bermula dekat kosong tau. Dia bermula dekat atas sikit. Okay. Fixed cost maksudnya ada harga yang kita kena keluarkan lah. And then daripada start 3,000 tu baru dia meningkat based on activity level. So ini dia punya semi variable cost. Okay. Habis. Simple je. Kan? Dekat sini apa lagi dia ada? Okay. Dekat dalam slide lagi satu. Dia inform pasal cost center. Cost unit ada. Saya terlepas pandang. Ni masa saya scan. Okay, tak apa nanti saya bagi yang lagi satu check. Lagi satu page yang berkaitan dengan cost unit. Okay. Dengan dia punya step cost. Sekejap saya tengok ada ke tak. Sekejap ni. Okay. Okay, ni dia step cost. Okay. Ni pun salah juga. Okay, step cost. Lepas tu function. Okay, tadi kita dah belajar behavior, right? Cost behavior. Mula kita nature of the cost, whether direct or indirect. Okay, based on the nature, we classify the cost, whether direct or indirect. And then, we classify the cost based on their behavior. Okay? Behavior yang ada fixed cost, variable cost, semi-variable cost. Okay. Now, yang ketiga iaitu function pula. Kita tengok. Okay, yang ni tadi. Nampak? Nampak balik. Yang ni. Cost classification. Yang ketiga iaitu based on their function. Okay, we classify the cost based on their function. Okay. Function, first kita ada function sama ada cost tersebut daripada production, departments or admin department, selling and distribution or research and development department. Okay. Okay, ni function. Okay. Allah. Separuh. Okay, so nantilah saya bagi yang baru. Okay, so kalau dekat sini, dekat slide ni, okay, based on the function, we classified of course according to the function is the classification according to the type of which the cost were incurred. Okay, dekat mana? Okay, cost tersebut terhasil. According to the function, the costs are classified whether manufacturing or non-manufacturing. Okay, kalau manufacturing means that dekat department yang menghasilkan produk. Okay, biasanya dekat manufacturing company lah. Okay, dia akan ada tempat manufacturing, okay, ataupun production department. Lepas tu dia akan ada juga admin ataupun non-manufacturing. Okay, dekat mana produk yang terhasil? Dekat department production. Kalau dekat admin department, based on biasanya dia akan buat kerja-kerja administration lah. Marketing, selling and distribution, and research and development about the product. Okay, based on their function. Okay, function yang pertama, production. Indirect costs related to the production activities such as supervisor, salaries or rental. But for administration, indirect costs of operation in order to formulate policy and control. For example, manager salary plus salary. Okay. And then marketing, indirect costs related to the marketing of promotion products, selling and distribution. For example, printing banner, petrol for delivery, van and sales commission. That is for marketing. Function marketing, for example, salesman commission, tu ada marketing department ataupun function marketing. Okay, and then research and development, indirect costs of searching for new ideas. Okay, materials, method and new scientific knowledge to produce new or improve product. Okay, itu based on the function. Okay, lepas tu kita ada apa? Based on the function. After that kita ada based on, classify based on apa tadi ya? Controllable. Controllability dengan normality. Whether the cost can be controlled or not. Okay, whether the cost is normal or abnormal. Control uncontrollable ni simple je lah. Tak perlu kita tak perlu discuss banyak. Okay, controllable, uncontrollable ataupun normal and abnormal. Okay, ada tak apa yang ditulis kat sini? Kat notes yang lagi satu ni, controllable tak ada So macam tadi saja nampak ada kat sini nampak. Dekat dalam slide lagi satu kita ni ada classification of cost. Okay, controllable and uncontrollable cost. It means that okay, the classification is made according to nature of the cost and management system of organization. Okay, Costs which are within the control of management are highlighted in the report so that management action is directed where it is most worthwhile. Okay, controllable ni maksudnya uh, based on this normal condition sesuatu cost tersebut kita boleh control. Okay. So, kalau uncontrollable ni maksudnya cost yang kita tak boleh nak control. Contoh, kalau tiba-tiba ada berlakunya banjir. Tiba-tiba ada banjir kan. Lepas tu efek kat kilang kita, kat manufacturing company kita. So, tak boleh nak buat production. So, kita akan incur cost untuk bersihkan apa? Bersihkan kilang daripada lumpur banjir-banjir tersebut. Banjir tu adalah satu situasi kos yang terhasil adalah uncontrollable. Kita tak boleh nak control benda tu. Okay? Kita tak boleh nak kita tak boleh nak make sure dia tidak berlaku. Itu di luar jangkaan ataupun kita tak boleh nak expect. Okay? The cost uncontrollable ni cannot be expect by the management or organization itself. Okay. Kalau normal and abnormal pula. Okay. A normal cost is on which management were expecting in incur. Dia boleh berkurang je. Controllable and normal ni berkurang je. Which is at an expected level. Okay. Kalau normal maksudnya seperti biasalah dia expect production dia ataupun cost yang terhasil pada kita buat production tu akan sama saja, normal macam biasa. But kalau abnormal pula, an abnormal cost is on which was not expected. Kita tak expect benda tu or which is larger or smaller than expected. Okay, this type of classification is used to draw management attention to the cause of abnormal events. Okay, sebagai contoh, sekarang ni kan pandemic, right? Pandemic. Lepas tu company dia punya barang tak terjual. So, production terpaksa kena rendahkan. So, kena kurangkan production sebab barang tak boleh nak terjual banyak. Sebab orang tak ada duit, sebab pandemik. Orang tak bekerja. So, that is abnormal cost. Okay? Abnormal cost maknanya kita kurangkan production. Lepas tu, cost kita pun berkurang lah. Cost untuk kita producekan barang pun berkurang. So that is called as abnormal cost. Okay? Sesuatu yang kita expect untuk terjadi. Contoh tu pandemik lah. Okay? Pandemik menyebabkan ada banyak production ataupun manufacturing company yang affected. Okay? So itu normal and abnormal. So there is one that is relevant and non-relevant. Okay, these methods of classification divide costs according to whether they are relevant to the decision being taken or not relevant to the decision. Okay, sama ada management akan tentukan lah mana-mana cost yang relevant dia akan includekan. Kalau non-relevant yang tak sesuai, dia akan keluarkan daripada costing tersebut. Okay, so maksudnya relevant and non-relevant. Okay. So, itu sahaja dalam chapter costing. Yang you kena tahulah. Okay. Kita tengok chart untuk semua. The element of cost. Okay, direct cost, that is material, labor and expenses, we call it as prime cost. Okay. We also have indirect expenses ataupun indirect cost that we call it as overhead cost. Okay, daripada production cost, production overhead, okay. Ataupun production daripada department lain iaitu selling and distribution, admin and R&D. Okay, so lepas tu dia akan ada absorption overhead. Okay, yang under over ni kita tak akan cover. Kita just cover theory parts of the cost accounting saja. Okay. And then calculation pun kita tak cover untuk costing. Okay. So yang akan masuk chapter final exam hanyalah theory parts of cost accounting. So you dah tahu ke bila tarikh exam? Ada yang siapa dah? This month. September lah. So kita minggu ni kita dah minggu ke berapa? 12. Minggu ni kita minggu ke berapa? 11 ke 12? Saya tak ingat. Kita dah nak exam. Tapi ingat, minggu ni kita ke 12 ke 11? 12? 12 kan? So kita ada lagi 2 minggu. Okay. So untuk ni saya nak suruh you all buat sedikit assignment which is carry 20% of your assessment marks. Okay. You have 60% assessment marks, right? Okay, 60% on assessment marks and 40% on your final exam. Okay, so 60% is included 20% for quizzes, 20% for assignment, 20% is for midterm exam. Okay, saya nak suruh you buat assignment. So you all tengah busy ke sekarang ni? Busy ke? Tak lah. Hari ni tak mesti. Assignment yang subjek lain dah siap? Oh ya ke? Subjek apa tu? Esok presentation. Okay. So, saya akan bagi assignment dekat dalam WhatsApp group lah, nanti saya akan inform assignment yang kena buat. Okay? Boleh? Nanti saya akan inform semula. Sebabnya saya tengah berkira-kira ni topik mana yang nak masukkan. Sama ada topik yang kita tak belajar lagi, yang topik yang kita nak. Maksudnya topik yang ada yang belum kita belajar tu, saya nak suruh you all just buat ke ataupun topik yang sedia ada. Itulah saya tengah pening. Which one yang saya nak pilih untuk jadikan assignment. Okay. Mana yang senang nantilah. Saya ada satu assignment tu untuk yang topik yang kita tak sempat nak cover. So saya jadikan dia assignment. Satu lagi, topik yang kita dah cover, saya jadikan assignment. Topik yang cover tu maknanya daripada topik yang first kita belajar tu lah. Yang double entry, T account, trial balance tu. So, nantilah saya fikir dulu yang mana satu yang lebih yang saya nak prefer yang mana untuk assignment. Okay. Tapi tak banyak pun assignment tu. Tapi make sure you kena hantar lah sebelum habis exam. Sebelum habis exam. Sebelum habis so saya bagi assignment tu minggu ni. So dalam minggu ke-14 tu you all kena hantar. Boleh? Sikit je assignment tu. Boleh kan? Alright. Boleh kan? Jeremy. Joshua boleh. You all nak group ke? You all nak group assignment ke individual? Nak allocate kerja kan? Okey lah, kalau macam tu kita akan buat individual assignment. Okey, kalau macam tu individual saja ya. Sekejap, hari ni kita dah habis chapter rupanya kan. So, chapter tengok. Sekejap tau, bagi saya 5 minit untuk tengok chapter yang mana tak tahu apa lagi. Okey, kelas. Untuk yang kalau tengok modul tu ada dekat dalam LMS. Saya ada bagi dekat dalam satu file modul. Okey, dekat situ ada chapter yang kat situ ada kita punya ni lah modul ataupun kita punya referring modul untuk acd101. Kalau you perasan lah, ada yang perasan tak? Modul untuk acd101 ada tak? Dekat dalam LMS. Saya dah letak. Ada kan? Okey. Kat situ ada chapter chapter 11 ni, partnership cooperation capital stock. Yang ini saya belum dia tak ada cover lagi. Okay, saya ingat saya nak suruh you all buat. Okay, untuk chapter ni saya nak suruh you buat assignment. Okay, cara dia macam mana? Saya akan bahagikan kepada how many of you? You have 8, right? Okay, 8 to 7. Okay. Bahagikan topik-topik ni supaya you buat satu slide. Okay. Slide ataupun contoh lah dia kat sini ada berapa subtopik. Tengok kat sini ada subtopik berapa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Okay. So kita ada 7. So bahagikan setiap seorang. Berapa ni? 13 ke 12? 14 kan? Bahagikan kepada 7. Okey, seorang ambil dua topik. Sikit je kan? Dua topik. Tapi cuba tengok panjang juga lah. Selection to stock harga. And then saya nak you all buat dalam bentuk slide. Lepas tu nanti tak payah present kot. Tengoklah macam mana. You all nak present tak? You all nak present ke tak? PowerPoint je. Sekejap panjang tak? Kalau nak present, you all akan present. Tarikh last tu tarikh kita present lah. Tarikh minggu last yang kita nak kena sebelum final tu adalah tarikh minggu untuk kita you all present rapat. 4 je kan? Okay, kat sini ada. Okay, kalau tak faham, you can ask me how to do it. Okay. So saya tak expect much lah untuk you buat. Just buat dia macam PowerPoint saja. Lepas tu nanti you present kat saya akan discuss sama-sama. Kalau ada apa yang I nak tambah, okay, saya akan tambah. Okay, so kalau you 20% marks tu based on your presentation, based on your understanding and based on your slide yang you buat. Is it okay, my dear? Okay. So I hope that you will sebab fikir which chapter yang dua. Saya nak dia biar berurutan. Contoh macam ni, introduction. Okay. Introduction and cooperation. Okay, 1%. Okay, common stock and accounting 1%. Okay, paid up and retain 1%. Treasury and accumulated 1%. Cukup tak? 5, 6. Sebab another one student tu I don't know lah Nadira tu. Kenapa? Okay, dia tak datang langsung kelas. So we have only 7 including tulet. Okay, tidak syak. Betul tak? Semua sekali tunjukkan yang active class. Okay. So you all pilih. You all nak nombor berapa? Okay, semua I hope that you have LMS punya ni notes dekat dalam modul LMS tu. Joshua, you ada tak? Dekat LMS. LMS system, my dear. Dekat. Okay. Ada tak perkataan modul? Tak ada Oh, tak ada Oh, dekat dalam ni. Sekejap. Saya baca. Okay. Tak apa, kalau tak ada sekejap lagi, after this saya akan bagi. Tapi based on soalan ni, okay, topik yang kat sini ni, okay. Nombor 1 siapa yang nak? Cepat. Bagi nama. Okay, boleh macam tu. Yang mana senang? Sama je tengok. Semua susah je saya tengok. You all nak pilih ke saya nak bagi? Okay, saya bagi Saya nak nombor 1 tu saya nak bagi dekat. Boleh tak? Saya bagi tulet lah. Sebab tulet dia ni kan. Apa orang kata? Tengah buat apa? Dia buat internship. Okay. So number 2 Syahidah. Okay, number 3 Richelle. Richelle tak Richie. Okay, number 4, Joshua. Number 5, ni ada 2 tau. Each of you dia ada 2. Ada 2 chapter, ada 2 subtitle. Number 5, Jeremy. Number 6, Jasmine. Number 7, Tivia. Boleh Joshua? Joshua, okey tak? Dengar tak suara saya? Ada tak awak kat situ? Ke tidur? Joshua, Joshua dah terkeluar? Dah keluar dah pula. Aduh, yai. Bila dia terkeluar ni? Aduh, dah lah dia tu susah nak ni datang kelas kan? Okay. You just follow the module and what module say, you just convert them to your slides, your own slides. Okay, I will look at your creativity of your presentation, okay, your soft skill, your communication skill, okay, and then what else? Your understanding, okay. So don't worry, I will not expect much on your presentation. At least you will do the best, okay. Saya tak expect banyak lah, tapi you try lah buat, okay. Kalau tak faham, you boleh refer kat saya. Ataupun kalau you rasa tak cukup dia punya information tu, you boleh cari dekat Google. Okay? Di Google. Minimum slide. Tak ada minimum. Sebabnya based on your module, dekat module tu, okay, based on, make sure semua dekat bawah subtopik tu you all sentuh lah. Jangan sampai tertinggal information. That's all. Okay. At least you have 4 or 5 lah. Tak banyak pun kan. Okay. So kalau lebih lagi bagus. Tapi kalau dah soalan dah dekat dalam tu sikit je information dia, tak apalah. Tapi make sure yes, of course. Before you do your presentation, you must submit first to me. Okay, submit your presentation. Okay, so presentation tu nanti, tak apa, you bagi je slides tersebut dekat dalam Google Classroom. Okay, so kita punya last due tu ni lah, lagi minggu ni 12 kan, 13 next week, another 1 week tu, 12, 14 dan 20 hari bulan. Ataupun nanti kalau saya dah dapat tarikh exam, kalau tarikh exam tu kena pada 20 minggu ke 14 tu, saya akan anjakkanlah sikit. Okay, minggu depan ke. Kalau tak sempat nanti kita akan adjustkan masa. Sebab you all berapa orang je kan? 7 orang. 24 Okay, sempat lagi lah tu 20 tu. Okay, 20 September tu. Okay, so sekarang ni untuk for the first kita punya due date is on 20th September. Okay dear, 20th September 2020. Yes. Kat mana awak dapat ni? 24 August? Sepatutnya dah lepas dah. Edit kot salah. September maybe. Tak apa, nanti saya confirmkan balik. Tapi untuk yang hari ni punya assignment Chapter 11, Partnership Corporation, Capital Stock. Okay. Kita tengok dekat LMS, dan sekejap lagi saya akan bagilah. Saya akan bagi kat dalam WhatsApp nanti. Saya akan bagi, lepas tu saya akan bagi juga apa orang kata dia punya marks dia. Bukan marks, apa dia punya apa tu? Apa tu? Presentation punya markah. Okay? So macam mana you boleh dapat markah tu? Based on apa nama dia tu? Rubrics, okay? Rubrics of presentation. Later on I will give you. Saya nak edit dulu. You akan nampak lah macam mana cara you nak dapatkan full mark based on the rubrics. Okay, assignment rubric tu you akan tengok okay, berapa tak apalah, kita buat sekejap ni, kita present. Okay. Betul ke study week? Study week lagi ke? Sebab dia ada okay. Tak apalah, kita buat ada nanti saya tengok balik sebenarnya, kalau ada apa-apa saya akan inform lah. Okay? Saya akan bagikan notes ni dekat dalam WhatsApp tu. Okay? So any question? Saya akan bagi you masa lah untuk you prepare kan. Untuk you have another one hour for you to prepare for your slide and presentation. Alright, is it okay? Alright, so any question? No, okay. Alright, Joshua masuk balik. Hi Joshua. Okay Joshua, kita ada assignment. A simple assignment. Okay? Okay, dekat chapter 11, later on I will give you dekat dalam WhatsApp group dia punya module berkaitan dengan chapter 11, and then you must convert the module into the slides or PowerPoint. Okay? Joshua, you dekat subtitle yang ni, yang keempat, iaitu treasury stock dengan accumulated income. Okay, Joshua? Okay. Take note tau. Saya tak ingat ni. Take note. You all punya nombor berapa, so nanti senang nak buat assignment. Okay. So any question, Joshua kena inform saya. Tanya apa yang kalau you tak faham. Okay. Jeremy faham kan? Alright. So that until now only our class. So any question you will ask me personally or in the group. Okay, thank you everyone. Rishan and Rishi, faham tak? Lupa nak tanya dia. Okay, very good. Okay, thank you so much everyone. Welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for joining me. Bye. Bye.